Imagine a secret society that has influenced the greatest minds in history, shaping everything from modern science to spiritual traditions, while remaining largely unknown to the public. The Rosicrucian Order claims to possess ancient knowledge so profound that, if properly understood, it could revolutionize the way we live, think, and interact with the universe. These teachings, though secretive, are believed to hold the keys to mastering reality itself. What if I told you that this ancient order holds within it a set of spiritual laws that could unlock the mysteries of life and death, creation and destruction, material wealth, and spiritual enlightenment? These laws aren't just philosophical musings. They are actionable, profound principles that claim to have the power to transform your very existence. The Rosicrucian Order operates on the premise that the universe is governed by an intricate system of laws, and that those who understand and apply these laws can achieve extraordinary feats. These are the secret laws of the Rosicrucians, and today we will unravel them one by one. The origins of the Rosicrucians and their secret laws. The Rosicrucians trace their roots back to ancient Egypt, where the mysteries of life, death, and the universe were meticulously studied by priests and scholars. These ancient Egyptians believed in the profound connection between the physical and the spiritual realms, a belief system that is a cornerstone of the Rosicrucian philosophy. However, the origins of the Rosicrucian Order, as it is known today, can be traced to the early 17th century, when a series of mysterious manifestos, called the Fama Fraternitatis, began circulating in Europe. These texts claimed the existence of a secret brotherhood of enlightened individuals who possessed hidden knowledge. The Fama announced the need for a spiritual revolution in Europe, suggesting that the Rosicrucians had access to powerful spiritual truths, including the laws that governed the cosmos. What made the Rosicrucians so fascinating and so feared was the claim that these spiritual laws, if mastered, could grant initiates the ability to manipulate reality itself. The secrecy surrounding their teachings only added to their allure, as individuals from all walks of life sought to unlock the mysteries of the order. While the Rosicrucians operated quietly behind the scenes, their teachings began influencing key figures in philosophy, science, and spirituality. But what exactly are these laws? How do they work? And more importantly, can they really transform one's life in the way the Rosicrucians claim? To answer these questions, we must delve deeply into each of the Rosicrucian laws, starting with the fundamental Law of Correspondence. The Law of Correspondence. As above, so below, the Law of Correspondence is the cornerstone of the Rosicrucian teachings. It suggests that the microcosm, the small individual world, and the macrocosm, the larger universal world, are reflections of one another. This concept is encapsulated in the famous phrase, as above, so below, as below, so above. What happens on one level of reality affects all other levels. But the law of correspondence goes beyond a simple analogy. It implies a deep, interconnected relationship between all things. According to the Rosicrucians, every movement of the planets, every cycle in nature, and every action taken by an individual is part of a grand, harmonious system. This law teaches that nothing happens in isolation. The universe operates as a single, cohesive unit. For example, consider the movements of celestial bodies. In ancient times, people believed that the movement of the stars and planets directly influenced human events. While modern science no longer views astrology in the same way, the Rosicrucians would argue that this belief is a reflection of the law of correspondence. The patterns and cycles observed in the heavens mirror the patterns and cycles within human life. In fact, many Rosicrucian initiates believe that by understanding these cosmic patterns, one can align their life with the natural rhythms of the universe, achieving harmony and success. The law of correspondence also applies on a personal level. Just as the universe reflects itself in the vastness of space, so too does the individual reflect the universe within. The mind, body, and spirit are all interconnected, and what happens in one aspect of a person's life will inevitably affect the others. Rosicrucian teachings encourage initiates to seek balance and harmony in all aspects of life, knowing that disturbances in one area will ripple out and affect the whole. But how can this law be practically applied? Rosicrucian practitioners often use meditation, visualization, and ritual to align themselves with the law of correspondence. They study the patterns in nature and the cosmos, seeking to understand how these patterns manifest in their own lives. By doing so, they believe they can bring their inner and outer worlds into balance, unlocking greater spiritual insight and personal power. For instance, an initiate might observe the phases of the moon and align their activities with the waxing and waning cycles. The waxing moon is seen as a time for growth and manifestation, while the waning moon is a time for release and introspection. By synchronizing their personal actions with these natural cycles, the initiate seeks to harness the cosmic energy that flows through all things, the law of cause and effect. Karma beyond the surface. Most people are familiar with the concept of karma, the idea that every action has a corresponding reaction. However, the Rosicrucians take the law of cause and effect to a deeper level, teaching that this law is not merely about reaping what you sow, but about understanding the intricate web of consequences that ripple through the universe with every thought, word, and deed. The law of cause and effect as taught by the Rosicrucians, emphasizes that every action creates an energetic ripple in the fabric of reality. These ripples eventually return to their source, bringing with them the consequences of the original action. However, this law also acknowledges that the effects of actions may not be immediately visible. In fact, the Rosicrucians teach that one of the keys to mastering this law is patience, understanding that some causes take time to manifest their effects. One of the profound implications of this law is that it places immense responsibility on the individual. Every thought, emotion, and action sends out ripples into the universe, and those ripples will eventually return to the individual in some form. This is why the Rosicrucians emphasize the importance of conscious thought and intention. To master the law of cause and effect, one must be mindful of every action, knowing that even seemingly insignificant choices can have far-reaching consequences. An advanced Rosicrucian initiate might, for example, spend years mastering the art of directing their thoughts and actions in alignment with their highest intentions. Through focused meditation and study, they learn to consciously create the causes that will lead to their desired effects. This is not just about positive thinking or setting goals. It is about understanding the deeper mechanics of the universe and how every action reverberates through the web of reality. One of the challenges in mastering the law of cause and effect is that many people are unaware of the subtle causes they create on a daily basis. Negative thought patterns, habitual actions, and unconscious emotional responses can all generate negative ripples, even if the individual is unaware of them. This is why the Rosicrucians place such a strong emphasis on self-awareness and personal growth. By becoming conscious of the causes one creates, an individual can begin to take control of their destiny and create the life they desire. The Rosicrucians also teach that the effects of actions are not limited to this lifetime. The law of cause and effect transcends time and space, meaning that the causes one sets in motion in this life can have consequences that carry over into future incarnations. This belief in the continuity of the soul and its journey through multiple lifetimes adds another layer of complexity to the law. An initiate must not only consider the immediate effects of their actions, but also how those actions will shape their spiritual evolution across lifetimes. The law of vibration, unlocking the secrets of reality. One of the most intriguing and potentially life-changing laws taught by the Rosicrucians is the law of vibration. This law states that everything in the universe is in a constant state of vibration. From the smallest atom to the largest star, all things are composed of energy, and this energy vibrates at different frequencies. The implications of this law are staggering. According to the Rosicrucians, thoughts, emotions, and even physical objects vibrate at specific frequencies, and by altering these frequencies, one can change their reality. This idea forms the base of many metaphysical practices, including the law of attraction, which suggests that like attracts like. However, the Rosicrucians take this concept much further, teaching that by mastering the law of vibration, one can achieve extraordinary feats, such as healing the body, attracting wealth, and even communicating with higher spiritual beings. One of the key teachings of the law of vibration is that everything has its own unique vibrational signature. This includes not only physical objects, but also emotions, thoughts, and states of consciousness. For example, feelings of love and joy vibrate at a higher frequency, while fear and anger vibrate at a lower frequency. Similarly, thoughts of abundance and success vibrate at a higher frequency than thoughts of lack and limitation. By consciously raising one's vibration, an individual can align themselves with higher states of consciousness and attract more positive experiences into their life. This is not just a matter of thinking positively, but of truly understanding and mastering the energetic principles that govern reality.